bit under there, and he's got quite a big. And it's pretty much the same on this side. Seems to be a bit thicker there. This side doesn't seem to be quite as high. And then we've got it kind of goes down into the chest. This. All that time we spent doing the chest, we're just going to undo it, but that's fine because I hadn't quite decided whether I was going to paint the chest white or not. But this tiger, well, I mean, most of the tigers have kind of white bellies and stuff, but I'm just going to kind of keep it as a chest and head for the white, and I'll do the tail the same as well. Fix up the string. Yeah, he's gone from a weird mole man to just an orange beast to now starting to get his tiger. Well, not his tiger stripes, but they're next. But he's getting there. bit on the other side of the string, just so it looks like his hair doesn't just suddenly end where the string begins, because it makes it look a bit weird. Okay. Just going to add a little bit of water again and redo the eye, just thicken it up. Okay. So in like real tigers, like it goes down the belly, the inside of the legs, inside of the arms. I'm not quite sure how comfortable I am doing all that, so I'm just going to leave it with the chest, but I'm also going to do the bottom of the tail as well. And I don't want this to be too smooth either, because on the actual tiger it will be be symmetrical and smooth where the transition is between the different colours. You can tell I'm concentrating when I can't even finish a sentence. Okay. And I do want to overtake some of these bits, but so it's a bit more obvious that the bottom of the tail is white, where rather than just being like if you turned the model upside down you'd see it as white. So I'm just going to hit a couple of these wee ones as well. Same on the other side. And this is quite a watered down silver grey colour, but it just goes on so smooth. It's one of the best. I mean, it's not white, it's silver grey, but I use it as a white, and you can pretty much put it straight on. It's not chalky. It's an amazing paint. Yeah. I'll probably make the very tip black, because a lot of tigers just have that kind of black tip. So while I wait for that to dry, I'm going to get my Shapty bone. In fact, I'll start with Baneblade Brown and then go to Shapty bone. And I'm going to do the horn and the teeth. The horn's getting a very messy coat on it, just to give it some almost looks like texture. Top there. Teeth just going to get a solid line, leaving some of the old Steel Legion drab showing. And do all these. I'll do the bones as well. And these little tootsies. Again, leaving some of the colour before it showing further towards the cuticle. Don't ask me why I know it's called a cuticle. It might not be called a cuticle on tigers, right enough. On humans it's your cuticle, where your nail meets the skin. Okay. I've got this hand to do as well, but there's not really much nails shown. Sorry, claws. Gonna go up to your shabty bone on those same bits. It is. Okay, bone. You can see that I'm leaving the brown almost on the sides of the bone. That'll give us our contrast, then make them stand out. Yeah. So the white and the bone is all getting an Argrax Air Shade Wash. I don't need any more, I've got plenty here, but for the white it's going to be very watered down. So you definitely want to make sure it's dry, which I don't think it quite is yet. Oh wait, and I'll just put another Mephiston red on the little cloth part. Easy peasy. I'm actually going to take a bit of this Baneblade Brown and highlight the leather as well. Split. Just little lines under where the damage is to highlight the detail. Nothing fancy. I'm just doing a little bit of edge highlighting on the strap here, plus some random bits just to add a bit of texture to the leather. Nothing major. Okay. Okay, so let's hit this with very watered down Argax Airshade. And again, it's very watered down because we're pretty much just wanting to see the detail of the individual hairs and stuff like that. We're not actually wanting to darken it down any major amount. And this might even be a bit too watered down, but we'll find out. Just so we can see those awesome pecs. The tail as well. Because it's not going to be a very nice white tail when he's been running through the forest, absolutely butchering the Empire or whoever is his target of the day. So we do want this one to be a wee bit dirty. And I don't think Beastmen really are known for their hygienic rituals. If you were doing this properly, his fur is probably quite matted. Okay, I do want a bit thicker air shade for the leather, and also the horn. That's a 1 silver as well. Okay. I think that's us pretty much on to Tiger Stripes now. It's the fun bit. I'm going to go Abaddon Black. And basically I'm going to try and copy my tiger picture with what I've got, so let's get him up. So we want little dots just on the front. Just with the whisker holes. Not sure the technical term, but I'm definitely sure it's not whisker holes. And this one, he's got some lines that go up the snoot. So he's got this kind of bit is a bit thicker this side on the underneath. And you know what, that one kind of follows all the way down. But he's got one here. It kind of joins in, and then this one on the top. This one at the bottom kind of goes around the face. Hard thing is to stop my brush making it thicker as I move to different levels. And then it splits off into lots of semicircles as well. Got like a little triangle in the top one. And this one's quite symmetrical as well, so I should be copying the other side. In fact, that's a lie, the eyes are quite different. Let's start with the eye this time, I think I'll probably get a better result. So, that bit goes up quite thick. This turns round into one of the semicircles. Like a little U shape here, that then goes up. And this side there's like a little thin one. Didn't mean that. Just turn it into something. patterns on the heads are quite weird. I think I just need to be more confident in my lines, so that they're not got little frizz parts to them. Thank you very much for the follow, Danav011. Thank God you did that follow before I put my brush down, shat myself, and have paint all over this head as I tossed it out the window. How you doing? Gonna turn his ears black as well. So that's pretty much a copy of, well, a poor imitation of the tiger that I was copying. For the back and stuff, I'm just gonna go freehand, I think. Let's find another tiger picture that's got, just so I can copy patterns from it. So there's kind of the three main patterns that you can kind of see as the lines. There's like these kind of forks. I'll move it closer so you can see. There's like the forks that I've done here, and then there's like these kind of circles. It's a line that kind of breaks off from a fork but then joins up again. Plus there's like the wee tiny lines. So that's pretty much what I'm just copying over and over again. A lot of the time it seems that when you get a big line, it just kind of goes from one side and then slowly goes round, like one of the pattern ones. I want a pattern at this side. I want like that. Not going to do the arms as much because the tigers tend to not have as many on the legs, or at least most of them don't have as much stripes or as thick ones on the legs, and I don't want to overdo it there. The back and the head's got quite a lot, so I'm going to tone it down on the arms a bit. So he's got big bulging veins on his hand, so I'm going to avoid them with the tiger stripes because I want to paint them. And the legs really don't have many patterns, and the one that I'm looking at is pretty much all lines, so I'm going to copy that. And they're not as close together, they're quite actually separated, and they pretty much just do this intersecting thing. Okay, I lied, I'm going to put a little pattern here just to break up this from this angle. And the tails are pretty much just rings for most of it, lines and rings. So I'm going to do the very back bit, this is going to be black. And the one I'm looking at like literally just has a black end. And then it's just lines and circles. Just go all the way around. Put a couple of these in. Going to put another one in pretty close to it just so they're not all evenly spaced out. And then a couple of lines. So I'm pretty happy with that. Probably not my best line work out of all my models, but he was a hell of a lot bigger canvas, so I'm going to just go back and touch up like the little string parts, because I got quite a lot of white over that. And I'm pretty sure that was just rain oxide. Just around the neck here where when I went over and done the chest. There we are. I think the last thing to do is the eyes. Readjust myself for this. So what I do is I make a little black line, which is pretty much going to be the canvas of the eye. Same the other side. Now's a perfect time to follow me and make me shit myself and ruin my model. Just if you're feeling in that mood. Okay. And I'm going to use Flash Gets Yellow for the iris. Oh shit, that just fucking blew up. Nice. You want paint? Have all the paint. Oh, we've got plenty on our palette. So you can see the big 3 blobs. And basically I'm dotting the outside and the inside. God, I can't see. That's better. Okay, 1 dot. Not 2 dot. Start of a second dot, but I need to put more paint onto it. Okay. No, don't focus on the hammer, focus on the head. There we go, we've got an eye. Almost. There we go. So doing one eye is the easy bit, because that can look in any direction, but when you do the second eye and it turns out it's looking at a totally the other direction, that's when you keep going back and forth and back and forth. So this is the bit where you could just make it look like he's got eye damage and just not do this at all. Give him an eye patch. Crap. I fucked it. So I'm just going to get a wet brush and wash all the mistake away. And we try again. Same again, I think there's a... I think the paint at the very tip of my brush is dried in, and I think that's made like a little blob that I need to wash, so let's get rid of that. Still has it. Sorry if you can't see this, I can barely see this. Okay, okay. So I'll need to extend the pupil, but we've got an eye on that side. We have an eye on this side. If you put them together, almost looking in the same direction. So this side I just need to widen the pupil a little bit, which in theory should be an easy task. Ah, he's got a triangle pupil. That's creepy as shit. Yeah, made it too big. And that's just the way it goes, back and forth until you're happy with it. Which very well can be never. Back and forth until you're happy with it, or you give up. Either is a valid option with eyes. happy with that. I'm going to highlight the mouth up. So I used flat purple, I think, violet to start with. Now I'm just going to use pink. But for Games Workshop, I would use Screamer's Pink and Emperor's Children. This is going to be the mouth. I'm just making a little U shape on the tongue, just highlighting it up. And that's about it, really. I'm going to throw a whole lot of wash in there. I'm going to get Screaming Skull for my bones. Am I going to get Screaming Skull? Where's my Screaming Skull? If not, I'll use your Shapty Bone and a little bit of white, that'll work. Yeah, I'll do that. Just to highlight our bones and our little horn. Knock the camera. Clear up all this crap so the camera can actually focus. That's probably why it's struggling on the model, because there's just so much crap in the background it's looking at that. And I'm pretty much just highlighting the very top and then all the underneath all the damaged edges, as we've always done. And I think that's me. If you wanted it to stand out even more, you could do edge highlights across the whole model. bring out the leather, the red, but I'm not going to do that because I'm kind of keeping mine a bit more grimdarkish. He's a good tabletop quality, and he'll be with his buddies. We can still need to do the base. There's my lords. Get some little gores. But yeah, they're getting there. Getting there. Thanks very much, Firework. Yeah, I'm really happy with how he's turned out. We'll do the base next, which is... What time are we at? We're 9:30. We could start just making a mess by doing this. So this is the base he's going to go on. Yeah, fuck it. Let's start some base. How's the Final Fantasy thing going? You winning? Yeah, winning, son. No, you're not getting fed. I wasn't talking to you. Sure, I made a little tub of coconut fibre from the leftover stuff I had before. But where it is anybody's guess. Oh well, I'll probably just put it back in the bag. You are a bloody chancer. Okay, cool. So we're going to do the base. We have... Let me tidy up this stuff. I don't know if I want to put any more cork on this or just start decorating it with the stone, so let me get my PVA glue. Behind you. Stones in these little bits, and let's just have some on the edge here as well. Smiley face and rosy cheeks. next up, I am wanting to base coat this. Can I be bothered bringing out the airbrush for it? Yeah, go on. But I'll need to wait a wee minute just for that PVA glue to at least be a bit drier. Give that 5 minutes or so. So what we're going to do is we're going to have water effect coming down here, and do the gaps and then splitting. So it looks like he's kind of coming down from the rocks. Make sure I haven't blocked anywhere for him to stand. So he's supposed to be a Gorgon proxy for Beasts of Chaos. So Gorgons are quite a bit taller, and it's obviously a very big base just for this guy, so I'm building a big kind of rock set that kind of lifts him up a bit. Probably still not the same size as a Gorgon, but he'll be charging to the front lines anyway. If anyone has a problem with it, they can just shoot him no matter what, with the line of sight or what. But I don't play that competitively, so I don't imagine anyone will. No one would hurt my sweet, sweet Gorgon, would they? Would they? Right. So I made a stream about the basin, doing the forest basin stream, but this is coconut fibre. It's basically used for like lining snake terrariums, snake cages. But I like it because it's mud, but it's also got like roots and stuff. It'll make it look like tree roots and that coming through, and it just gives it a bit of, makes it look a bit more natural. When I was doing my Doombull proxy, there was actually like a kind of log in it, so that went in. But I am going to do one thing different from that tutorial, and that is I'm going to use some wet ground as well. So this is probably where we'll get to in the stream. I'll probably base it, undercoat it, and then put this wet ground on it, and this takes like ages to dry, but it looks really good, so we'll do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn my mic off, because otherwise you're just going to get a big earful of compressor, and you can just watch me base coat, or you can leave. Don't have to stay for the compressor, you can just leave me here. My airbrush is just a little bit stiff, so I'm just giving it some WD-40 on the trigger. Just gonna use some neutral grey. One second, it seems a bit blocked. This is why I hate doing the airbrush just for small jobs, because you always need to end up taking it apart just to get. I leave it with isopropanol in it, but it still ends up with a tiny bit of gunk in it, or a huge bit of gunk. We don't know yet. It's dripping out now. It's a good sign. Ow. Okay. Where did it go? It just fell and stabbed me in the leg. It's coming out now. Now that there's no paint left in it. Just doing this to mix the paint up with the thinner. That's how it's supposed to come out. If you're airbrushing, you should be wearing a mask. Should probably do it in a well ventilated area. Not in a bedroom with no mask and your windows closed. If anything, not for your health, but the fact that it makes an outrageous amount of dust. It's a pain in the ass to clean up. I definitely would have opened the windows and kicked the cat out, but at least he's gone. And I'm only doing this one model anyway, I'm not doing an army, so to speak. had my mic up so you didn't hear me just talking to myself. What I was just saying is definitely don't spray when your model that you're painting's literally right here. Because you're just going to spray grey all over the model you literally just did. Also, I usually have a ventilation box that I use usually with airbrushing. Some water, which I would highly recommend with a mask. But I usually do airbrushing, like I do it all at once. I'll do basically like the white from an army, just base coat a full army. Because it takes so long to just get the airbrush prepared and cleaned and getting all the ventilation stuff out. Where'd I put the lid for this? It's on me. Okay, so that based at least. Probably would have been easier just getting a brush and doing it, but yeah, I like doing things the hard way. Plus, at least you got to see the airbrush on the stream. It's the first time I've used it. It's just a nightmare to clean, but for every other, it's amazing. You can get amazing paint work out of it. I'm just a lazy boy, and cleaning's not top of my priority when I want to do hobby. But if I had if I was doing a marine army, like my ultramarines, I literally airbrushed like 10,000 points of ultramarines, based them, did all the armor up, and then it was basically just painting trims and doing recess washes and stuff like that, and it was nice to get it done real fast. Okay, so what I want is my pure crappy brush for putting stuff on. Here you are. Okay, so this wet ground I'm going to use as a base before I put on the coconut fibre. And this looks really good. It's basically looks like mud once it dries. It's really nice. I'm just going to put that on every flat surface, because these rocks are still going to be have like the grass and stuff growing on top of them. I'm going to put it on quite liberal. And I mean the grey's still a bit wet, but it doesn't really matter because I'm just covering it. And even if there's a bit of grey showing through this mud, it'll be covered with coconut fibre on top of it. Even up here. So this is AK Terrain's wet ground, and it's what I use for the water effect. I like dirty puddles because you don't really get clean water in a lot of the armies that I would be in battlegrounds with. Beastmen aren't going to be running about in clean water because they're all corrupted by chaos, so I'm imagining all the lands are fucked as well. So yep, I use it's like dirt puddle for that as well, which you'll see. And basically, as long as I'm leaving where his feet go relatively free, I mean I can put the coconut fibre and stuff down, I'm going to pin him, so that's not an issue. As long as I don't put like a tuft under where his foot needs to go. I can pretty much just build this base up how I like without having him on the model. Let's see how this looks if I try and slightly overhang it. No idea how that'll turn out, probably just drip down, but... So I'm going to put it on the base here. What I do with the coconut fibre when I put it on is make like a little channel for the water to go in. But this stuff pretty much takes all night to dry anyway, so I'll pretty much put this down, and then I think we'll be calling the stream there. I'm just going to go around these little edges that's not quite covered by the rocks and fill them in. There we are. Let me just wipe the excess off the edge here. So that really does take a while to dry, but he'll sit quite. Oh, I forgot to do that. His little stone. Never do that little one as well. Make sure I've got none of that crap in my hand before I pick him up. So yeah, that'll look pretty cool. I'm quite happy with how he's turned out, and I'll work on the base. Do you just want me to do the base on the stream tomorrow, or do you want me to start? Because I think we said that we would do a kill team. We could maybe do the Death Corp or Krieg. Let me know what ones you want to do. If you want me to continue with this base, or if you want me to switch to something, a new project. How you doing, Seafire? You alright? Yes. It's not feeding time yet. 22 minutes you got to wait. Every night. Every night. Yep. Pretty easy. I could probably finish off this one. Finish off the base. I don't think that would take too long. Maybe bases don't take that long. The most you're doing is waiting for the drying. So maybe I could maybe finish off the base just to get the model done, and then yeah, move on to the Deathclaw. Just for something different. It's 40k. Yeah, I think so, Firehawk. I think that's what we'll do. And then I think we'll do the kill team. I don't know how long that would take. 10 models, but they're not relatively hard. Maybe 1 or 2 streams. I think at the weekend on Saturday. I probably won't be streaming on Friday because it's my anniversary. Yeah, I could do both. That's a good shout. I think it's mainly this water effect and then the coconut fibre. It takes a while. So I might just put the coconut fibre on pre-stream because it's just literally PVU with glue and then putting that down. And then once that's dry, then it's can pretty much finish off the base quite quickly, I think. And then kill team. So I probably won't be streaming on Friday because it's my anniversary. My wife would probably want to spend time with me for once. So yeah. And then on Saturday, I think what I'll do is do what Seafire suggested and kind of do a opening, unboxing, building, painting and basing of like pretty much the full, starting with the Chaos Warriors, then maybe moving on to the Dark Eldar that come with it, or the Eldar, Dark Eldar I think it is, and then the terrain, because we've not done any terrain on the stream yet, so, and I think that would probably take a week to do all of that, so we can pretty much make that like a little collection, if that's something you should be interested in. And it gets rid of some of my power shame. Have you been doing more modelling tonight, Seafire? Yeah, I have to say building can get pretty monotonous quite fast, can it? But it's been quite a good day today. I got a new follower, which is awesome. I got a follower before I started the stream and then a follower in the stream. And then I think we were up at 6 or 7 viewers at one point, and then I had to turn the stream off and on again just because I don't think my chat was working. But yeah, I'm quite happy. My kind of current non-official goal is to maybe get a follower a week. If I can get a follower a day or a follower a stream, I'd be over the moon with that. And I mean, the last couple of days I've got quite a lot of. Don't mind, but it takes a toll in the fingers of the blade. I'm the same. Yeah, my fingers end up pure cut to shreds, and then the pets don't help either. I've got pure identical cuts. That one's healed a bit better, but there's a kind of cut there and here. That was from giving the dog a haircut. She doesn't like getting her haircut. Just a bit of a yellow scratch though is the cat. When I'm annoying him, when I want love, and he's like no, and the claws come out. But yeah, okay, cool. So finish the base tomorrow, and then we'll move on to Death Corp of Creek, which are already built. I just need to paint them. I'll base them before the stream as well. We'll continue them tomorrow, Wednesday. Not sure what we'll do Thursday. Maybe just a little character or something, or just a little random model on Thursday. Then I won't be on Friday. Maybe I will be on Friday. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. But it's been a relatively chill one. I've enjoyed it, and it's came out pretty awesome. I kind of wish I had more of them, right enough. I've got, the tiger theme is really cool, but it's pretty much just my Doom Bull, Bull Gores, and my Gorgon. Yeah, it's a Gorgon, so it's the Doom Bulls I've got 3 of. I might get another 3 of them, and then that way I've got like kind of tigers, and then they're leading the kind of jackal guys. So I mean, these are like my kind of mid tier. These are the Gores. Come on, do a focus. These are the Gores, which are kind of like the in-between ones. They're kind of like the armoured. They are closer to the kind of goatmen. So the in-betweeny ones, and then let me get the jackal out. Wee jackal guys, which are like the Ungors, which are the cannon fodder. These wee guys. Look quite like Skaven, to be honest. So I need to get a lot more of these. I'll show you my little list of what I've got, what I need to work on. Yeah. Move the lights away a wee bit so we can see. There we are. So, Brute Boss, which is the One Page Rules, is the name of the company that do the 3D print or the STL files. So Brute Boss is my Doom Bull, which is the guy I've just done. I've still got the Beastman Shaman, which will be my great Bray Shaman. He looks quite Skaven like as well actually. My Beast Lord is the guy that I did on the stream yesterday. It's this guy. Very heavily armoured. Centaur stuff I don't have. Do I have? I've got one. So, need to him. And then I've got Harpy Shaman, which I can use. Don't know whether just to use that as a Tanzagor Shaman. And then the inventory. So the hunters and the raiders are like the wee jackal guys. So I've got like the wee raiders have like wee bows and stuff, which are pretty cool. I'm looking forward to painting them up. Maybe do like all 10 of them in like a weekend session. The hunters are just like the wee jackal guy that I showed you. So my Beastmen warriors are my gores, which are the guys that I showed you there. I want to get those versions of them that have big great axes, which I want to get as my Beastagors. And then the Beastmen that are dual wielding are my Bulgors, so that's the very first guys that I painted on the stream. That's these guys. Turn it around a bit so you can get the light. So these are going to be my Bulgors. But I've got hundreds, so I've got centaurs, harpies, and hounds. So the hounds are going to be pretty much be tigers, slightly chaosy tigers, but they'll be tigers. Brute Giant is my Gorgon, so that's who I painted today. I've got the Cyclops, who's in a box down the bottom. Oh no, he's not here. Let's get him out. Hit the way, Necrons. So this is my Cyclops. Another big monster to paint. We have Slimy Beast is my Jabberslythe, where you've probably seen him just off the edge. My Jabberslythe model. And then I've got some chariots and crazed boars are my Razorgors, so I've got quite a lot to work through for the Beastmen. But I'm in no rush. So working through them while maybe dotting in the odd kill team, I think is probably the way to go. Just to keep me from shooting myself. But I also want to do what you guys are interested in. There's no point in me doing, like, if everyone's kind of into their Age of Sigmar, because I don't think there's many streams that do Age of Sigmar stuff. So if turns out you guys want to stick with me just doing my Beastmen, I'm happy to do that. But if you want to see a bit of 40k or a bit of kill team, then I can do that as well. It's up to you guys. I'm just quite happy chilling with the brush and the cat, who's wanting fed. Yeah, this little face. You get fed in 9 minutes. Getting all excited, getting fed in 9 minutes. That tail going crazy. Dexter, do you want fed into 9 minutes? Yeah. What do you like? Well, I'm just gonna tidy up. If yous, I've got a schedule thing on my stream now, so you can see when I'm planning on going live. As a little countdown. An Underworld Box 2, Lumineth 1, those are cool models and it'll be interesting to see. Look, give me a second. I do. Get out the way. This one. This is why I got my new spot for my thing, so I could do unboxings. It's not bad. Yeah, so I got this one. Could do that one as well if you want, if you prefer that over the kill team. Do you want me to do that one tomorrow, Seafire, since you were the ones that were kind of asking about the kill team, or so we could do this one? Do a little unboxing, building week, and then start the kill team one on Saturday, the big one. Should be able to get a fair bit of this painted. I've also got things like, I got the Dark Souls board game Kickstarter, and that's got like 2 expansions and stuff, so there's a lot of models in that I've never even opened. I can do that. Yeah. I think I've just pretty much opened this and then not really. Still sealed. Still smells new. I don't even think I've looked at anything in this. That's what I do. I get stuff and then don't do anything with it. So you got like kinda 4 kinda Slanesh. And there's 4 Elven guys. That's cool. I think those 3 models look really good. I think he looks a bit weird, but he's an elf, so he's probably supposed to look a bit weird. And these are really cool. I haven't ever played a Underworlds game, so I got this for Christmas, so I need to get that built and painted up. So we've got that in the works. We've got kill teams, which I've got an orc kill team, a guardsman kill team. I have the weird, was it the solar auxiliary kill team, which was from like one of the expansions of the very first kill team set. I have a lot of kind of random Space Marine stuff left over. Land Raiders, drop pods, stuff that I could paint up. Yeah, I think I'll probably just go for the box colours. Plenty of white to drive me crazy in that. This one. As you seen, I'll probably just use my is it white grey or grey white? The one I use for silver grey. It's basically white, and it went on that tiger really nice. So. Then it's got a little owl. Alright, I think I'll do them tomorrow then. Let's start start building them up. Do them over the week. What games is it you're playing on the PC, C5? World of Warships. It's not one I've played before. I know Firehawk's playing Final Fantasy 14, which I used to play a lot of. That's a good game. I think once Dark Tide comes out, I'll be playing that for a bit. It's the Warhammer 40k version of Vermintide. It's like Left 4 Dead. And Immortal Empires, when that comes out, I'll be playing that for a bit. I do have a channel similar to this one. It's Zuko Gaming rather than Zuko Painting. But my internet's not great enough, I think, to stream. I seem to get quite a lot of frame rate drops, so which is a shame. Like, don't you jump in there? There's no food in there. It's just coconut fibre, and you'll eat that. That's the last thing I need. Go to do some basing. There's a big cat jobby in it. He's looking at me like, damn right, I'd do a big cat jobby in your stuff. I know you would. You just love to hurt my feelings, don't you, Dexter? All I want's your love. Okie dokie, well I think I'm going to call it there then. Thank you very much for tuning in again. We'll finish this base off tomorrow and then start Dire Chasm. Start building that up and then we'll just work through Dire Chasm for the week. And then do some kill team. Cheers Firehawk, thanks very much for tuning in. You too Seafire, and whoever else, I've got 4 viewers, so whoever else is hiding or lurking, thank you very much for tuning in. It's always a pleasure to have you. Take care of yourselves, until tomorrow. Bye, happy hobbying.